How many characters in your favorite TV show play bass? Can you remember the last movie you saw that had a character that actually played the bass? Our fellow musical brethren get a lot of love in the media. It's fairly common to see a character that plays the piano or the guitar or the drums, but when it comes to giving the bass player some love, it can often be like citing Bigfoot. That's why I decided to put together my list of the top 5 fictional characters that play the bass. Now, for argument's sake, I'm not going to include any characters that only play the bass in one scene. Apologies to Rick Sanchez. And no bass-adjacent instruments like washtub. And because I'm not really an anime fan, I'm not going to include anything from that genre either. Sorry. Let's get into it. At number 5, we celebrate the animated bassist, the cartoon character that jumps in to lay down the bottom, usually to great comic effect. We've seen this with tons of characters, like Murdoch from Gorillaz, Token from South Park, Pigpen from Peanuts, and of course, Deathclock's Murderface from Metalocalypse. But when you have one of your lead characters become the ace of bass, it's gotta be the one at number 5, Homer Simpson.
Oh my God, I'm amazing.
Number 4 celebrates the bassists of the small screen, those TV bassists that we got to see just about every week. Mostly in the background, but occasionally stepping center stage. Some notables here include Peter Tork from the Monkees and Danny Partridge from the Partridge Family. Fun fact, I myself got to portray a fictional bassist in the 1992 ABC miniseries The Jacksons: An American Dream in a blink and you'll miss me kind of moment. But this category belongs to the character known as the hippest of the hip, Sergeant Floyd Pepper of the Electric Mayhem Band on The Muppet Show. The category at number 3 is definitely the oldest and probably the most seen. The fictional upright bassist is older than media itself, and to normal people, the instrument is just intriguing and often hilarious. Some classics in this category include Jerry from Some Like It Hot, Leslie Higgins from Ted Lasso, Manny Balistrero from Alfred Hitchcock's The Wrong Man, and a brilliant turn from John Cleese as Smichkov in Romance with a Double Bass.
Sorry I'm late, Maestro.
But this spot is going to one of my all-time favorite on-screen portrayals of a bass player. Cleavon Little as Marshall Wilson in the movie The Gig.
Marty, I read music, but not this well.
I can't read it at all.
Me either. How about you, Gil?
I can handle it.
And me too.
Well, what are we gonna do?
Fake and pray.
The movie bassist might be the most well-known of the entire bunch. Iconic scenes that feature bass players are often hard to forget, especially when they happen in blockbuster movies. After all, who's going to forget Cassandra from Wayne's World?
Swing!
Or Peter Clavin from I Love You Man?
Slap at the bass, mommy.
Or T.B. Player from That Thing You Do? There's Death from the Bill and Ted movies. Donald Duck Dunn playing himself in the Blues Brothers.
We had a band powerful enough to turn goat piss into gasoline.
Or Katie from School of Rock. But in one of the most memorable bass-centric scenes to ever happen in a movie, it's gotta be Scott Pilgrim. In the final category are the mockumentaries. This is the most convincing of all the categories. These bass players really look like bass players, they sound like bass players, and in most cases are actually playing the bass parts that you hear. This one includes Dirk McQuickley from the Ruddles. And of course Jermaine from Flight of the Conchords. But in probably the greatest study of a rock bass player ever, my number 1 is Derek Smalls from Spinal Tap.
On the bass, Derek Smalls. He wrote this.
That's my list, and I'm sticking to it. Who's your favorite fake bass player? Let me know in the comments. And the next time you catch someone playing bass on the big screen or the small one, pay attention. It doesn't happen all that often, but when it does, it's pretty unforgettable.